Let me find the correct stream deck button to switch over here. Look at her wipe off her camera. Dude, she's as professional as we are. When I'd have it no other way. Let me see if I can get this straight. I've been practicing all day. Janai Kai, welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up?
Did I get it correct?
Yeah, you did.
Awesome. I've been practicing that. Can you hear us fine? Hear me fine?
Yeah, I hear you perfectly.
Spectacular. We were just talking about, maybe you heard a little bit of it, about what we witnessed last night on Raw with Charlotte and Nia Jax. I think you tweeted something out last night about it.
I tweeted something this morning about it.
This morning, yes.
Yeah.
You're good. I think you're gonna go into that in detail on your Twitch stream. Did you do that tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it tomorrow morning. I'm streaming at 10 a.m. tomorrow, doing a morning stream.
Spectacular. So there you go,
Yeah.
twitch.tv. Well, I have the commands right here. I'll just hit them. Twitch.tv slash Janai, JanaJanaikAI.
Janai,
Janai Kai, thank you very much. Can you give us a little snippet though of what you took away from what you saw last night in the ring?
so yeah, I mean, obviously it did look a little off. Like it didn't look like as if they were actually having, the type of wrestling matches people would just expect to see. It seemed a little bit more on the shoot side, but to me, sometimes it's okay. And someone commented and said, like, for the story of the match, it makes sense for them to go that hard and to look that rough. And with Nia winning clean, it just like it all adds up and makes sense at the end of the day. So it's like, why would you expect them to look all nicey nice in the ring if Nia is trying to win over Charlotte?
Right.
And
Yeah.
Charlotte, I mean, is Charlotte. Like, how many times has she won this championship?
A lot.
A lot of times.
Oh,
So
I'm
of course,
sorry.
she wants to beat a champ like that.
I think it's 12 times, maybe. I think. I don't know. They
Maybe,
erased the NXT titles, so who knows how long now.
yeah, yeah.
But anyways, we're not here to give us a rundown on the WWE. I didn't even realize I still had NXT showing. I apologize for that.
That's all good.
But you're the baddest black belt in wrestling. And you're here tonight with us. What would you be doing if you weren't here tonight?
What would I be doing if I
Yeah.
wasn't like
Yeah.
in this interview?
Yeah, if you're not on this show, what would you be doing?
I would be on Discord chatting with my crew and playing Dead by Daylight right now.
Unbelievable. So you got your own Discord. So can we?
Yeah.
So I'm guessing there's a panel in your Twitch info for that Discord.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Awesome.
I have like different voice chats, different channels for like specific topics.
Yeah.
So it's like a little bit more organized for people to be able to talk about something. So yeah, we just hop in the voice chat every night basically and play video games together.
Dead by Daylight's your jam right now.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I never. I think I have it. I think maybe it's on Game Pass. I think I have it somewhere.
Oh yeah?
But I haven't played it. I'm not big into the horror games. I know you are. I know. The biggest horror game I've ever played was a game on a PlayStation 4 called PT, which stood for Playable Teaser, and it was the demo for the next Silent Hills game.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I think so. And that game got scrapped, and you can't download that demo anymore. If you have it on your PlayStation, it stays there, but you can't get it, which is the only reason I haven't sold my PlayStation 4, because you can't get that anywhere. And I still haven't beat it to this day. Played every Halloween with my wife.
Oh, true. Okay.
Yeah, and it's scary. I get a lot. I get scared. I don't want to play those games. I'll stick to sports games.
Oh my gosh, yo, I forgot what game I'm playing right now. Oh, Cry of Fear. Have you heard of Cry of Fear?
I have not.
Oh my gosh, that is one that I'm playing on stream right now, and every time I play that game, I'm always screaming my head off. Like, it's crazy scary.
Yeah.
You should at least try and check out the beginning of that game. Like right off the bat, it already scared me to death. So, and I'm still playing it. I don't know why I like the intensity and all of that about scary games. I don't know why I love it and why I want to get scared or whatever, but that one definitely is one you should check out.
Okay. All right. Cry of Fear.
Yeah, Cry of Fear.
Cry of Fear. Is that a console game, PC game?
Um, PC for sure. I don't know about console
Okay. Okay.
because I play on PC.
You play on PC. Yes. Well, geez, I didn't think we were gonna get to the Twitch stuff this early. That's awesome. We'll touch base back in it
All right.
near the end. But anyways, so um, I'm a father of 3 daughters. And your dad also got you into wrestling.
Hmm.
But I found this interesting. A lot of people we've talked to, oh, I got into wrestling. I watched it on TV and blah 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 blah. But you specifically have mentioned in other interviews that it was the live aspect. It was your dad bringing you to live shows that got you hooked. What was it about the live aspect of wrestling that drew you in?
I don't know. I'm a person that needs to be somewhere like in person and actually witness and experience something to actually, know if like my emotions are really there for something. So it's one thing to watch wrestling on TV, but then when I was actually there, I was like, oh, this is like what emotion's all about. This is what people are talking about when they say like wrestling is freaking awesome. And when I saw the reactions of how people were, when they saw people walk out, like different wrestlers walk out, especially me, I was like, I definitely want to make people feel this way. I love the way I feel when I see different wrestlers walk down that ramp. So I want to be able to do that for people as well.
Spectacular. I took my kids to see Raw live, and they didn't come away with the same experience.
Oh, really?
But I don't know. I don't know. They're 12, 9, and the youngest was almost 4 at that time, maybe or so. So she fell asleep. The middle one actually fell asleep as well.
Really?
So just like when their dad watches it on TV, they passed out. Usually in that third hour. But speaking of age, but you were like competitive. You were athletic, physical in nature at a young age. You started training for your black belt when? At what age?
When I was 6 years old.
6 years old. Insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I started watching wrestling a little bit. That's like the furthest I remember that I started watching wrestling around that age too.
Huh. Um. So when did you? Okay, so you did the black belt. So you always had a background in martial arts, I guess is the right term to
Mm-hmm.
use. Did that run? Was that in the family?
No, it wasn't actually. If anything, I was like, I guess the first one like in my family who really got into it.
Interesting. Do you have a big family?
No, well, my dad's side is really big. I know my mom has a lot of cousins that I haven't even met still to this day, but I can't really tell you. But for like at least like for me, like it's me, my sister, my dad, and my mom. So it's only the four of us.
Um. So you go to live events. You watch it on TV. You're falling in love with it. You have what I'm going to call a competitive, I guess, uh, background competitive nature, just with the martial arts. When do you finally jump into the ring? No pun intended. To train.
It was in 2017 when I got in the ring to train.
Did you pick it up easily?
I felt like I did, to be honest.
Yeah.
Um, when it came to like just them wanting me to do rolls and everything, I got the rolls down, like front roll, back roll, like 3/4 roll. Like I got those down pretty quick. And when it came to the footwork, I was kind of familiar with it because of the fact of martial arts. Like we work on footwork heavily on like in training. So that was okay as well. So right off the bat, I kind of progress really quick.
Um. Did, So you did pick it up quickly. I heard you say, and the reason I laugh quickly is because you said you picked it up quick, but you also went into the advanced class when you started training as well. Was that
Yeah,
a shock to you? Did you be like, oh, I must have took a wrong turn somewhere?
yeah, because I mean, for the school I was at, they were just like, yeah, for sure, come into this class. It was like a class. It was a class. Basically, now that I think about it, it's all levels that was there. But to me, it definitely was like a whole other thing. Like it because I haven't done it before.
Right. Yeah, you had
Yeah,
no
so
idea.
it was like a bunch of like big bumps, like for the warm up.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I was like, first of all, it's my first class.
Hello.
And I've never did a bump, so that's another thing too. So they were cool with it though.
What was it like taking your first bump?
It was awkward.
Yeah.
I definitely had trouble with it because actually the way that I learned how to bump was just doing a spot as a warm up and then just someone shoulder tackling me, and that's how I took my first bump. When people were teaching me slowly how to do it, there's a particular way that you can learn how to bump. It's like one way is like if you go into the squat position and you hold on to the ropes
Okay.
and you just fall back. That's one way to learn. And when I did it that way, I was just thinking too much. So I didn't get it down that way. So I just needed to do a spot, someone shoulder tackle me, and I'll bump. So that's how I bumped the first time.
Yeah, I feel if I ever had to take a bump, I would have to do it in that manner. I don't think I could do it slow.
No,
Uh,
no, no.
I would have to be like, okay, you want me to do this? All right, come and hit me, and I'll fall that way
Yeah.
because I feel that's how I would have to do it best. But what I wanted
Mhm.
to go back to with your martial arts background, and then you go into wrestling, and from everything that I watched today of you in the ring, uh, what was the biggest uh I guess, or how difficult was it? The biggest challenge for you to change your mindset of um I'm gonna kick your head off, or I'm gonna make it look like I'm gonna kick your head off.
Uh, it was back and forth really because it would be like my trainer would let me know like, hey, like for sure we can tell already you know that you know how to kick. Like we know. It was just a matter of where exactly to kick.
Hmm.
Because you mean I can lay it in always like, and they tell me that all the time like lay your stuff in just in the right places. So in the beginning I was kind of hesitant about it, but I got used to it right away because a lot of people got on me. And then when I saw it on camera as to how nice I was being, quote unquote, nice I was being, um, I was like, oh, wait, hold up. Like, this does not look good on camera. Like, I do need to lay it in. So, to lay it in safely. And
Right.
that's what I started doing. So, that's like how I kind of adjusted my mindset with that.
Um, for people that may have never seen you in the ring, first of all, go search her up on YouTube and watch all the matches you can. But how would you describe your in ring work, your style? Does it resemble anyone? Who'd you look up to?
Um, I really looked up to Rob Van Dam and to Jerry. Those are the main two
To
when I
Jerry.
was growing up. Yeah, because you know the martial arts
Yeah.
background for the both of them,
Yep.
and with how different Rob Van Dam was, that definitely caught my eye.
Yeah. Um, Tajiri coming back to MLW. It was just what's today?
Yeah,
Tuesday? Yeah, just announced yesterday. That's
for Fight
insane.
Fan. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Fightland in Philly, I believe. I
Mhm.
think. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, your trainer Santana Garrett, I believe, former. I hope. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that. She was in NXT. Maybe she still is. I don't know. I don't pay much attention to that. What? But
Okay. Unfortunately, she was part of
she
the
was.
cuts.
She was.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure she's a phenomenal human, and she's gonna land somewhere. Um, but what's one thing that resonates most with you from her? Because everything I've seen of her, she's phenomenal. So, but what did you take away from her since she was your trainer?
The biggest thing I took away from Santana was the it's not even just the physical aspect that she taught me. Like she taught me all the basics. That's one thing that she taught me firsthand. But it was also the business side,
Okay.
like business, social media side. So how to of course act when you go to shows, how shake everyone's hand, social media. Since social media is like the biggest thing that wrestlers should be really focusing on, she was telling me and the other girls because she had all women's classes every Monday. How to stay on social media, what to post, how to post, just things
Interesting.
surrounding that. But she was always there for us as well. Like if she even sensed that something was off from me one day at training, and she pulled me aside and said, like, what's up? And I would let her know. She knew exactly how I was feeling, just gave me like the best advice she could. So I was very thankful to have her like as a mentor as well.
What's some of the biggest things that she suggested or mentored you guys on with your social media? Like getting yourself out there, you putting yourself over, stuff like that?
Yeah, and she would like always tell us like also put your bookings email out there for people to know that you are taking bookings, or to also like keep in mind with like it's not like for me, I've learned also like with follower count, like not to think too much about how many followers you have, but engagement wise, like engaging with people, asking questions in your captions, like really getting to know who's following you. And pictures was a big thing too. She would set up photo shoots, like all of us do a photo shoot with her. Like if she's doing a photo shoot, she will hit all of us up and be like, hey, if you guys want to do a photo shoot, there's one going on Saturday that I'm doing. You guys can join in, get a lot of pictures for Instagram and stuff like that. So she really helped us with that in particular.
Um, I agree. Because when we do this show, I'll try to some grab photos for different tweets and graphics that we're using on the stream tonight, and I scroll through the Twitter, I'll scroll through their Instagram, so that's definitely big. I know emails. We love that, right, Vanessa? We love when the wrestlers put their emails there. Um,
Yep, love emails.
love emails for sure, and where they're gonna be and what matches they got coming up and all that. So she did a phenomenal job with that. So well done out of her. Um, now you had a impromptu, I'm gonna say, tryout at SmackDown. You went for an extra.
Yeah.
They had, we've heard this before. They've had people try out in front of everybody. Um, what what'd you take away from that experience?
Gosh, a lot. That was actually a busy weekend too, because that was like before the Raw reunion, or it was like after the Raw reunion. But there was like just a lot going on during that time. Um, I definitely just learned for sure like more about me, because they did critique me, and just like looking around as to what's going on backstage as to like how things work too, like production wise. Everyone was really good with us as extras, like just being in charge of us and letting us know, hey, it's cool if you guys are here. Feel free to do whatever, like there. And like they had certain rules for us, of course, but I think it was overall a good experience. Again, going back to just me being able to learn more just by the experience and really being there physically, like that was something I really needed.
Yeah. Um, as I was preparing for this spot here tonight, took a lot of notes down. I'm going to talk about winning the Shoot to Thrill tournament, CFU, what CFU is about, Masha Slamovic. But as I was preparing for this, I realized I did see you on WrestleMania weekend. I wasn't there. I watched all the stuff. You were at Bloodsport 6.
Yeah.
I remember now. Well, I remembered earlier when I was prepping. Big Bloodsport fan. Watched it, loved it. Can't recall who you wrestled, so apologies to her. But I would assume somebody with their martial arts background, physical type of style, being in Bloodsport had to be a dream.
Yeah, so I actually wrestled KZT That's who my opponent was. KCT, she's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. So yeah, as a martial artist, going into pro wrestling, you know, you don't really see much of anyone with your style,
Mm-hmm.
meaning like the shoot style, like, you know, striking, like very strong striking background. So seeing Bloodsport in general, before I was even on, I really thought it was so cool. Like, you know, a dream, maybe, yeah, a goal
Yeah.
definitely was Bloodsport for me. So yeah, seeing that for sure was something to me that was like, okay, this is something that's me. Like this, there's actually a platform that I could actually be on where I feel like I belong.
Bloodsport 7 in the future.
Oh, we'll see. Oh my gosh, like Mania, where's Mania gonna be next year?
Uh, Texas.
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 Texas. Oh yeah, we'll see about that. I would love to go to Texas, back to Texas actually, because I had a debut recently there.
Oh, wait a
So
minute. You did, didn't you? You fought Thunder Rosa.
yeah,
Yeah. What was that like?
that was great, man.
She
Like,
had
well,
high praise for
right
you.
off the bat, right off the bat, when I was told I was gonna wrestle her, I was like, hold up, this is her promotion. She wants to wrestle me.
Yep.
Like, wait, what? Like, okay, like she wants to wrestle me for her promotion. That's awesome. Like, great opportunity for sure. And then again, being my debut, didn't expect that.
Yeah, she tweeted out. She said she tweeted out the match. It was on what was on YouTube, but it was on Title
Yeah.
Fight. She said she just had a match with you. Keep an eye out for you. And I was like, oh shit. She probably kicked Thunder's head off.
No, she did also, like, I didn't get to hear this after the match, but she grabbed the mic too after the match and spoke in the ring. And they actually have it in the YouTube video itself, and she was just talking to everyone and saying like I was one of like her, I think her hardest matches or something like that. It was around that realm, like one of the hardest or toughest matches that she's had. And to give her, she said, give her a hand. And I heard everyone say, thank you, Kai, like chanting that. So like that itself just meant a lot, because right there and then I felt like I was welcomed. But
Right.
yeah, that meant a lot that she said that, but also gave that shout out on Twitter.
CFU. See if I can get the acronym correctly.
Yeah.
Combat, fight. I forgot it. Am I close?
Yeah, Combat Fights Unlimited.
Combat Fights Unlimited. That's what it is. I kept thinking Violence Unlimited, and I was like, is it Combat Fight Violence? Combat Fights Unlimited. You
Yep.
shoot to thrill tournament winner.
Yep.
And now you're going to be taking on, I believe, Masha Slamovic, the Russian Dynamite, who we've had on here before, to crown the first ever CFU champion.
Mm-hmm.
When is that?
September 12th, and you can see my trophy in the background here. I don't know if you spotted that.
Yeah, I see it now. Yep.
Yeah, first ever Shoot to Thrill tournament winner. Yeah, we have our second fight. Unfortunately, I mean, with Allison Kay not being able to make it, you're not going to see that fight, but I got to beat Masha again for this belt, so we're going to have it happen. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of new faces too for that show, so definitely going to be something to look forward to, and we're also going to have an audience as well. It's not just going to be like no audience for this one.
Nice. So September 12th. Where can we watch it if we can't make it?
It's going to be on IWTV.
IWTV, perfect, spectacular. It's gonna be a tough one. You think you can handle the Russian Dynamite?
I mean, again, I handled it before. I beat her
true.
the first time.
That's true. That's a good point.
I always train. You know, like I'm training for a fight all the time. That's how I train. So I'm good for it. She's more like ground based. I've seen that she's been going to training more as far as jiu-jitsu goes. She hasn't been going to any striking training. I don't know why, because she knows who she gonna fight. But I mean, for me, she knows that like if I want to go to the ground, I'll go to the ground. I'm not spectacular at the ground, so maybe she could get that up on me. But at the same time, she got to get me to the ground.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a whole different thing for her.
Challenging. Look forward to that.
Yeah.
September 12th, IWTV. want to talk to you about your tag team partner, one half of Yokai. I think I said that
Yeah.
correctly.
Yep.
I cannot pronounce his name. I'm gonna botch it.
So,
Yoya.
yeah, there you go.
Yes. Tell me, why he makes a good tag team partner and why you probably carry him in most of the matches.
Marry him. Okay. Well, he is my boyfriend in real life. He's my boyfriend. We've been together for about 8 years. So I mean, for someone to be my partner, that's definitely one person that knows me the best, that knows how to interact with me and do whatever we need to do together. He knows to like put his A game on. So he's my perfect partner in general because of that. Carrying him, I don't know. What do you mean by carry?
um, I don't mean anything. I don't mean anything.
He definitely has sort of like a more of a hybrid style than I do. I'm more striking, like you've seen the way I am in the ring.
Yeah.
That's how I am with him. He's more of the hybrid Rana's little flippity flip here and there type of wrestler.
Flippity flip.
Yeah.
Who else? Vanessa, we talked to another couple. They're married now. Tag team. Eli Everfly.
Eli.
And oh goodness gracious.
Delilah Doom.
Thank you, Delilah Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah, another tag team couple.
Yeah.
I could see how I could see how fun that probably is.
Yeah. It is fun and it's cool because when we come up with like things that we can do in the ring, like we know each other well enough to come up with the idea and know that it'll work out.
Yeah.
So there's no like miscommunication or misunderstanding when it comes between the both of us.
Yeah, that's great stuff. Seems
Yeah.
fun. Wait, this is the vibe I get from you. Your martial arts background, your striking ability. We talked about goals and dreams earlier. I am probably not going out on a limb. Japan, Stardom, Joshi. It's got to be in your game plan.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it is. I talk about that all the time. You probably have heard me talk about it all the time.
I have.
That definitely is, and fun fact that I went to a Japan tryout. It was for Marvelous.
Okay.
And I personally couldn't make it due to like personal reasons, because they picked me to go. But yeah, I couldn't make it. It was kind of like a very last minute like thing and very personal thing that happened to me. So it was unfortunate. And then COVID happened. So it was definitely a case of just borders closing.
Yeah.
And definitely not being able to go. So I'm still like, on deck really to go. So I'm just waiting for that moment, till like borders open and everything. And I'm getting my passport like next week just so I can have it in hand and ready to go as well.
Yeah. It'll happen. Because like you said, they picked you. And so once that opens up, it will happen again. Speaking of the pandemic, what'd you do to survive? You started a Twitch stream, right?
Yeah, that's when I started streaming, was basically right when we were announced that we were going to be on lockdown.
You're like, well, I better do something.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy streaming on Twitch? I mean, it's kind of a dumb question. I'm sure you do, but
yeah, I've been streaming for a year now.
Okay.
And a little over a year. And yeah, I do enjoy it mainly because it definitely is not like any other social media platform. I get really tired of Instagram and Twitter easily, like kind of like not in an irritating way, but it's like, all right, like I'm seeing people say the same things, like talk about the same topics and going back and forth. And then like on Instagram, I kind of seen similar posts too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me go on Twitch because there's so many different type of people on Twitch.
Yeah.
I can listen to them like I'm listening to a podcast like this, or just like just watching them play a game that maybe I'll be interested in. It's just so many things that goes on Twitch. So for me as a streamer, I was like when I first started it and started talking to everybody, I right off the bat saw that this is something that's just like my world.
Yeah.
It's my world. I can talk about a lot of things I want to talk about. People that want to talk with me can hop on and we can just have good conversations. I can basically just be my boss at this point when it comes to streaming and say what's going to happen, what I'm going to do today, stuff like that.
Yeah,
so I really like it in that sense.
Yeah, it's your channel. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
What's the biggest challenge to Twitch that you're finding?
The biggest challenge, you know what? I would really love to stream more days. It's just I have my other job,
right.
And then like for the weekends, I mean, I'm going to shows, but I would really like to just up my schedule because I'm still an affiliate and I would like to get to that partner level. And then it's also with the partner level, it's getting enough people on my chat to chat.
That's
I have a good amount of followers. I just need a lot of people chatting on my chat.
That's right. Get them in there.
Yeah.
JANAIKAI on Twitch.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're waiting for, Vanessa. Go follow. Go tomorrow morning. You can hear talk all about Charlotte Flair and Nia Jax with their work shoot.
That's probably the first thing I'm gonna get out the way, and then we're gonna watch some wrestling. I like to have wrestling Wednesdays.
What are you gonna watch tomorrow morning?
Probably women's wrestling.
All right.
Because that's gonna be the hot topic, and we're gonna watch some hardcore, hard-hitting wrestling from the woman.
Women, yeah, that's what I like. Knock someone out, kick someone's head off. I got some non-wrestling questions that I've gathered through the amazing prep work and podcasts I listened to today. You love to draw. What's the last thing you drew?
Oh, it was today during work. I actually drew something to make for like a sub badge on Twitch. Because I actually started learning how to use Illustrator, like Adobe Illustrator. I also got Premiere Pro, but I've been teaching myself how to use those programs. And so I made my emote yesterday from Illustrator for the first time. So that's what I did today. That's what I drew out. And then I'm going to apply it to my computer later tonight and try it out.
She's like 1,700 steps ahead of me, Vanessa. She went out.
It doesn't take much.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I just like I don't know. I got an emote. What am I gonna? I'll make a bell. I'll make a ding bell. Make a wrestling bell.
I got a few people requesting sub badges. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'll make sub badges then.
I think. Oh, I know what I did for sub badges. I did because you got to you don't got to. You can make month. So I think it's initial 3 months, 9 months, and 12 months, whatever.
Yeah.
I made a basic square and I used different colors of Randy Macho Man's tights over the years. With his 3 stars. So like the first one is, I can't remember the order I put him in, but like it's pink, purple, yellow, and another color that he always wore. That's what I did. I could do. It was a perfect square. I can do that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. Now you talked about being obsessed with anime and anime conventions. I'm not going down that route because I don't know anything about anime, nor could I pretend to know anything about anime. But you did mention something about Japanese rock bands. And I was like, okay, I love music. So give me a Japanese rock band to go listen to tonight when I'm done here.
Go listen to The Gazette.
The Gazette. I'm writing it right down.
Gazette.
While I'm typing it. The Gazette. Okay.
Yes, Japanese rock. They have different genres of Japanese rock over there, and this particular, like the Gazette, their particular genre is called Visual K, and Visual K is very androgynous, type of style. And so these guys, you can see that they wear very androgynous type of clothing, and they wear makeup, and all of that, and just the way that they are in the music videos, you can tell that is very much different. So that's kind of like what the Gazette is. They've been around for like almost 20 years. So they're probably the most popular and most successful Visual K band. But yeah, definitely check them out. And yeah, like for anime conventions and anime, I went to anime conventions for the Japanese rock bands. So like anime was cool to me, but I wasn't highly obsessed with it.
So you went for the bands, the musical. I can I can get down with that for sure.
Yeah.
You've been phenomenal tonight. We're gonna catch your stream tomorrow morning. What'd you say? 10 o'clock, 10:30?
10 o'clock,
10
10 a.m.
o'clock, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/Janai Kai, Janai. I do like saying the letters. I find it hard to say your name, Janai Kai. But check her out tomorrow. But I'm gonna give you the mic now. I'm gonna stop putting you over. I'm gonna give you the mic. You have the floor. You can say anything you want. You can bear anyone you want. You can tell Masha Slamovic how you're gonna kick her little Russian head right off her shoulders. I don't care. I won't interrupt.
All right. Well, yeah, if you want to follow me on social media too, I'm on Instagram and I'm on Twitter, Janai_Kai. And yes, my Twitch stream. Join my Twitch fam. It's twitch.tv/Janai Kai. As far as anything else goes, yeah, you can catch me at CFU as I fight Masha Slamovic again. I said what I said earlier, she really got to study me because, that ground game that she's training in, that's all cool, but you got to get me down. You got to do some striking too, so work on that as well, Masha. I'm going to give you a little tip on that. But other than that, I don't have really a lot going on in September, but just keep an eye out just in case. You never know if I'm going to announce some surprises.
Spectacular. Janai, you've been a pleasure to have on. You're welcome back anytime. The door is open. And we'll see you tomorrow on Twitch. So have a good night.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, peace.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, it's good stuff.